Hello everyone, today we are gonna study with the Taijin 3 dance actual game, live game right now. Now they are playing the game, 3 dan players vs 3 dan players, and they are having very heavy fighting here. Seems white is in trouble, but we have to check what's gonna be happened. Okay, before they fight here, then we can check the beginning first. Black just has played the normal move and 2-space jump. Nowadays this is quite popular, right? And since the AI, actually, when I was young, it wasn't really used because, compared to this one, this is quite clean territory. But of course, White can try to use such kind of tactics in the future because if White just cut here, somehow White can get potential outside. It doesn't mean White will connect, even though White just try to make just like this. In case Black has to cut here, Black is spending one move at just like you can compare like this. Black has played just like a jump. White didn't lose anything. So after you use such kind of tactics, important thing is you shouldn't connect here because if Black just approach and you have to just fly to the center, so you have to connect such kind of a place at the right timing. Just like when you have a more supporter and then in the future you can try to connect here. Yeah, that's the reason. Nowadays, we are thinking, even though there is the RG, then we are thinking this is more efficient since AI. So White just approach here, and this is one of the famous Joseki. And let's see. 3 dan. Taijin 3 dan, many times they haven't followed the Joseki. The reason why, if White just has played here, if Black plays here, White player, I guess he is thinking that this is gonna be very big, so he can't accept this lower side. So this is a basic psychology as a human. But one thing White forget, if White has played the upper side like this, even White has the same potential. Yeah. And even White can of course try to play the restrict first this way. In the future, White can think about to invade here and reduce, and many things is possible. But why we shouldn't play here? Do you know the reason? The reason why Black can try to pincer, then White doesn't have a base. White has to try to goes out to center, and even Black can play the knight move, and this is the strategy that we are using. And then if Black plays here, Black is even getting all the territory, but you can see that White doesn't have a territory and White has to keep flying to the center, and always that situation is not gonna be good for White. So when you do not have a base, then you have to take the base and you are just waiting for the timing to invade in the future. Not only in the 3 dan games, we can see that their invasion and reduced timing is too fast. Okay. In this situation, actually here is better. Now this group is weaker, not weaker, but it might get pressing in the future. Okay, Black's push here. This is something that we shouldn't play in the actual game. As I told you, Black has to learn how Black can bother White group and getting some territory. Even this is gonna be okay. And usually we are using knight move much more because when White answers, then somehow this shape is much clear. In case if this was happened, now you can see you have to compare the right hand side territory. It doesn't mean Black is making a lot of territory, but just the Black is stealing White territory, and even White has to keep invest to take care of this group. But now, in case Black just pushes here, Black is supporting the right hand side. And even Black doesn't have a method to bother this White group anymore. White already take the base. So when you are attacking, bothering your opponent base is everything. Okay. And then Black just has played here. According to just follow the big place logic, then Black is supposed to play something like this. Then which means Black is thinking White to invade here, and somehow this is gonna be a bit annoying because I'm losing my area. But for example, White just plays here. Even we have to count in this area is big difference, right? Yeah. So always when you are going to big place, you have to put your hand, and which between this stone to this stone, you have to check the space. And even this stone to this stones, and you have to check the space. Usually where you can put your hand is the biggest. And it doesn't mean this is bad move, because now this is our left hand side is good for each other, and the upper side is good for white. So here, and approach, and this one, and those things are possible. And even though if you just follow to invade 3-3, you know, nowadays invade 3-3 is popular, then this is also possible, yeah. But now, okay, black plays here. It's a very relaxed move. Now it's quite understandable. If white doesn't play anything, then later, then this is gonna be the good tesuji. How black can make this lower side bigger, and I can understand this move. And at this moment, and black really have to tenuki. Really have to tenuki. Now, this wasn't really necessary. You know, even black spent here, and at the first, this is not gonna be perfectly black's territory. Even white can invade here and try to save at the corner with such kind of method. And, you know, earning this territory is not the biggest. And however, black has to step such kind of move. Then you can see that in the 3-down game, they missed the big plays many times. Okay, and then white to get in here. Okay, now it doesn't mean black can hold the territory perfectly, and black has to give up some part. You know, now there are so many spaces. As I told you, even the white just invade here, always their attachment is here. If black, however, answer, then white can try to use such kind of a tesuji. So even this is also possible, and normally black has to block to this way. This is normal. And if white hane, if black just stretch here, the saving is very easy. And even white push one more time, white can make 2 eyes easily. And normally, you know, black has to play here. At this moment, white can stretch and black has to block. Otherwise, if you just capture, then white can recapture this 1 stone, right? So now black is supposed to capture these 2 stones, and this is possible, but white still can make some tesuji after white make all the exchange. And then white can push here. In case if you just answer, white can try to make flower core. So this is gonna be one of the best result. And if black just try to capture these 3 stones, then now you can try to make all the sente and try to beat this 1 stone. I think for this result is quite successful for white. And if you really want to use the amazing tesuji, then instead of this atari, then you can even attach here. Then now you can just capture this 1 stone. And this is one of the best variation. So you may want to know how black can just cover. In this situation, I think the black also can try to atari and just stretch here. If white just wanna save right now, it may not work. Then black can just capture. So white has to use the perfect order. The important thing is the white must push here right now first, because if black just block here, now cutting will work. You know, black cannot really capture like this. So which means black has to stretch here, and then white can try to save. And maybe this one don't need, just saving is okay. But point is, you know, black is giving small territory to white, and black can catch the sente. So black has to play something like this. So always aji is available, but you just need to have a right timing. But now black try to capture. Usually it's impossible to capture. So now, okay. It's quite difficult, but you know, how do you need to handle? At the first, white has to try to block sente and then try to use such kind of a tesuji. And white has to keep trying to make it bigger shape. That's the best way how we can save. Because black also have to take care of the weakness. Then normally you can make 2 eyes very easily. Just like this. This was right direction. But now white try to go out to center. Okay, it was happened the actual game. This is gonna be very painful. Normally we are saying the capturing 1 stone is the 30-point value, 2 stone is a 60-point value, but now black capture 3 stones. And okay, also they each other made some mistake. What do you think about it in this kind of situation? The best move. White is supposed to do it right now, and then capture. This is the best for white. And when white capture here, then this is gonna be the best move for black, because now their push is sente. If black doesn't want to really pay this one, then of course black can try to play even stretch as well. Yeah. But now this is also a mistake because white can catch up to timing to play. Then became white is better. Okay, now they have finished to play the fighting, and then they have to go to a big place. We really shouldn't learn this kind of move. Then black really better to approach this way. Because now if black approaches here, and this is gonna be very painful for white. And in case white just want to protect the base, then this is right direction. Now black already break easily. This one stone exchange cannot be bad exchange for black. But push made white territory thicker. And even this is not really good move. Black cannot expect to make the big territory. When we finish to play the fighting, then most of the time side is biggest at the middle game. So now, okay, white beginning seems better, I think, compared to black. White is prefer to go to the side all the time. So now this one stone is not really used to, so become black is getting attacking. And when black is saving this group, then white is going out to center naturally. About the Hengma part, I think this was okay, and yeah. At this moment, if white really want to connect, usually just connecting with this move is better. In the future, if white plays here, white has to care, this is gonna be always sente. So actually this is not really better, not really efficient. In case if black doesn't have this stone, then this Kosumi might be better. Yeah, but now if there is one more stone, then Kosumi is not really helping. Even this is not gonna be good exchange. Then always we have to leave the Aji. There is a Aji, black might have a chance to cut here in the future. Right now, of course, it's not good. But when we just keep jump around to the center, in case if black has a one more move, then black might have a chance to cut something like this. But we have to leave the Aji all the time. If you use the Aji, that's not gonna be good. And I guess black has a one trouble. The black is not going to the big place on time, and even during the fighting, he is having Tenuki too fast. However, black has to take care of this group first. Even though it looks very amazing, black has to wait for the chance. In case black plays here, if white just plays here, this is gonna be important attacking. You can see that. Black has to save here. If you want to kill this group, then what do you have to attack? You need to attack another one, opposite side. Because if black just trying to play here, I'm not gonna play stretch, even you can have a double honey. Then now those groups are in big trouble. Black cannot really cover. So, which means eventually black has to play here. Then became, this is gonna be very, very bad exchange. Now, you can just think like white to just defense with move 5 for the corner, but black attach here one time. This is gonna be really, really bad exchange. So now, okay, now just they are focusing here. But what about white just played here? Yeah. White is preparing to capture. Even made all the center. They do not care anything about this area. Automatically, but just like at the middle time, white could play this move all the time. And even like catch up the chance. I think even now white has to just try to surround the black, then it's not easy to go out. But now white just change the direction, and here. But finally somehow black is in trouble. Yeah, it's not easy to save. Black made the call, but if black cannot capture this group, then it's not easy to win. Yeah, but now this reading is stable for white. What is this? Even this is not gonna be sente. Okay, now for this game, I think white is leading right now. Of course, they are still playing the game, but at the beginning, I think they both share the mistake. White first mistake was the white didn't care about his base, and then he just went to the big place. And what we have to learn, one of the main point is black really shouldn't push this way. Black attack meaning is just killing the base, opponent base. You have to remember about that. So even in this fighting, they shared some mistake, and this was one of the big fighting, and they shared the mistake as well. And you can see that Black couldn't find the big place on time and at the right method. So if you really would think about going to the big place, then you have to find out the side. Side is the biggest at the middle game. Okay, today we checked the 3 dance live game and we have a lecture together. If you enjoyed to watch this video, then please like and subscribe for my channel. Then see you guys next time. Bye bye.